fear of sharks is keeping you out of the ocean, a freshwater spot is safe. A St. Louis University shark expert explains what it is that keeps sharks out of streams and lakes where we swim.
The world's deadliest sharks may be near ocean beaches, but in lakes where people swim? This is highly unlikely. One reason has to do with their body's regulation of salt concentration. Their tissues have a slightly greater salt concentration than the sea. When in freshwater, a greater amount of the water will diffuse through their skin, much more than salt water. So the body's removal of fresh water would be costly, taking more energy. For people who fear sharks, St. Louis University physics professor Jean Potvin has more good news. Potvin, along with researchers at Murdoch University in Australia and the Hopkins Marine Station of Stanford University, now have another reason why sharks don't like freshwater. Sharks are negatively buoyant, meaning they sink. Sharks will sink faster in freshwater than saltwater.
Saltwater is more dense and freshwater is less dense. And so it turns out that because of that, sharks are more negatively buoyant in freshwater than they are in saltwater. In freshwater, they have to move forward faster to generate more lift in order to stay aloft at a given water depth than in saltwater. Therefore, having to move faster means that they have to spend more energy.
Which is why he says the overwhelming majority of the hundreds of species of sharks don't like freshwater.
Unlike fishes, which can remain at a given depth because they have a gas bladder. They have a buoyancy compensator, like scuba divers have.
The researchers studied buoyancy control in 32 species of sharks. For the physical modeling, he used hydrodynamics calculations that are borrowed from aircraft performance analysis.
To remain at a given depth in the water column, sharks have to move forward. That is, they have to fly through the water in the same way airplanes fly through the air. They generate lift off their body and fins, mostly pectoral fins, and fly forward like in airplanes. Airplanes have propellers and jet motors. Sharks have their tail fin. That force compensates for the negative buoyancy that will take them down. Airplanes, if they don't move forward, they just crash to the ground. Same with the sharks. If they don't move forward, they're negatively buoyant, and therefore they crash on the bottom.
In this way, he says sharks are not like fish. They're more like aircraft. Potvin says sharks have evolved from a different ancestor than fish to have a partial buoyancy compensator of their own. It may not seem like much, but it's something.
Sharks have evolved a low-density liver, which help reduce the negative buoyancy of their body, that is cartilage, organs, and so on.
The livers of sharks are large, in some species up to 30% of its body volume. It's the colored part of the shark in his diagram.
Without the liver, they will sink even faster than with the liver.
Slow-moving sharks living deep in the oceans grew the larger, fatty livers, keeping them from sinking at slower speeds, allowing them to conserve energy. Faster-moving sharks living in shallower waters closer to the coast have comparatively smaller livers than the others. That makes swimming in lower-density freshwater difficult. There are a handful of sharks in the world that evolved to live in freshwater or spend some time there. While adapting to freshwater, they still had to overcome the buoyancy issue all sharks have, so Potvin says they hang out at the bottom. Not bull sharks, though. Bull sharks can live in the ocean and freshwater. Experts say they evolved to have a freshwater tolerance. They developed the ability to restrict removal of salt from their bloodstream by the rectal gland. The gills and kidneys also help adjust the amount of salt going in and out. But what about improved buoyancy? Potvin says no. They have to swim forward.
But they don't spend all their lives in freshwater. They come in, they eat, they do whatever, and then they come out. And bull sharks are also known to not procreate in freshwater, only in saltwater.
There are claims of bull sharks seen in the Mississippi River north towards St. Louis, with one claim as far north as Alton, Illinois. Bull sharks are aggressive and are believed to be responsible for shark attacks on people near shores, even near freshwater shores. They tend to be territorial and may attack anything that enters their zone. Still, for anyone truly afraid of shark encounters, experts consider freshwater a safe option. For HEC, I'm Kathleen Berger.